So,
I'll take it.
read off the checklist for me, if you don't
me too.
mind.
Okay. NASA workbench, rocket. Those are the first two, but they're
Okay,
unchecked.
we'll do those last because those are clearly. Actually,
Yeah.
I'll just do it right now. So, I'll just do that now.
I'm being spooked.
So, you might recall this bizarre tarantula-like machine. Oh, hi, Wally. This bizarre tarantula-like machine in here. This is the NASA workbench. This is where you build yourself a rocket. So on here, I've got the materials on me. I can assemble this rocket.
Okay.
So I am missing one component to get this thing going, and it's highly recommended that you fill the top corner with chests. And I got a couple chests. There we go. Because they increase the inventory
top
space
corner,
of the rocket.
Like the extra things you can
All
add
chests.
on.
All right, I'll put this thing together. It's 8 heavy-duty plates as the body. I need
I see
the
sparkles
4
as you do that.
rocket
So
fins.
that's kind of cool.
That's the magic of science.
And finally, the nose cone. There's a
Yeah.
storage space 56 tier 1 rocket. And you ready for this? Ready for this?
Okay.
Hooah!
Whoa.
What?
I've got
Whoa.
myself a rocket.
And apparently you're super strong.
Yeah,
What?
and apparently clipping is
Oh.
not relevant because I am about to go up a stairwell where this certainly will not fit.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Okay, so that's the first
So
two things
strong.
on the list.
Okay.
It's so beautiful. Sent a poet.
All right, so what else
cool.
do we need?
So everything's checked off. Let's see. All right, so you need 72 launch pads.
No.
says.
I have
you need
I have
launch pads.
18.
Okay.
The 72 was supposed to be for all of us, but that didn't wind up
Nobody?
working out.
Really?
So
Okay.
I have enough to go there and enough to take with me to go back. So there's the launch pads. Okay. Wally. Bro. Cramping my style. Okay, so this is the hell is this?
Wally's trying to get through.
Poor Wally. Poor dummy. It's just like my real cat. So I need to wire this thing up to
There he is, he
a fuel
teleported.
source to help. Well, I gotta put down the fuel. So here's the fuel tank. Then I gotta pipe this into the actual rocket.
So I think that's the next one was fuel canister.
Well,
So you already got that.
oh, I'm missing a tool. I need a configurator.
Aw, he hopped on the pipe. So cute.
Oh, jeez. I need an extra tool.
Man, he is all up on this rocket's cock, really.
No.
Like,
Wow. I
Good
love
for
how he
him.
bounces around.
Maybe he
pretty
thinks it's his mommy.
he wants he wants that D.
Maybe he thinks it's his daddy.
Okay, now that goes a direction I really don't want to.
Yeah.
That's that is what D stands for, right? Stands for daddy.
Yeah,
big D.
Daddy.
All right, so it should be this one. Yes. Okay. There. This is now partly mission control.
Whoa, check that out.
So we can watch you. Your progress
well,
from over here.
You know, it's actually funny. Come on. It's funny you should say that, because I prepared one for me too.
Ah,
I don't know
that's
what's
cute.
gonna happen when
91%.
I leave the atmosphere. I don't know what's gonna happen to the
Oh,
rocket
wow.
tracking.
Wait,
it
so
might.
if I-
This.
Ooh,
what?
8%. And your heart rate went up.
Wow.
Chris, I have a gift for you for your trip to the moon.
Is it food?
Oh, may I have food?
Here, Chris. Here.
Is
Here's
that
the
a?
food.
is that what I think it is?
Superfoods in case anyone had problems.
Ooh, yum, 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 yum.
Oh, a block of cheese.
Because you're going to the moon.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'll have you know, Sarah, that you can get cheese on the moon.
Oh.
Because
What?
there is cheese ore.
Are you serious?
Wait, did you
I
get
am
that one?
serious.
Chris,
No.
I keep trying to throw things at you, and then you just run away.
I got it. It's a beet burger. 2 beet burgers. Oh, I've been waiting to make a beet burger, but I just didn't have the ingredients. Or I
Yeah.
did, but it was too much effort. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, goodness. All right. So the display screens are up. They're working. I had to stagger them so that they could display 2 different things, but there it is.
Okay. 3 stacks of leaves.
I have 3 stacks of leaves. Yep.
What are the leaves for?
That's the way that you extract oxygen to make a machine that can actually produce an oxygen-rich environment. Yeah.
Whoa, what's that in the distance?
Which distance?
Towards the mountain.
That's a troll. Those aren't nice. You have to fight them with a pickaxe. Or at least the stone troll. It looks like a stone one.
Don't let him tip his fedora. They're weak against friend zoning. Oh, by the way, word about trolls. If they're exposed to sunlight, they turn to stone and get a stone skin, and it actually deals more damage with a pick than you can with a sword.
If only that were the case for internet trolls, huh?
Wow. This went into a really dark place.
If they're exposed to sunlight.
I mean,
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Part of that's true. They do get crusty.
sunlight is their biggest enemy. They certainly spend as little time in it as possible.
You guys. It's alright, I'm gonna eat an ordinary hamburger to celebrate my last time on ordinary Earth. Then I'll eat the bizarro hamburger that Beth made when I'm in an alien world.
Okay.
So I think I've got everything.
Awesome.
I think I've got a way to make oxygen with the collector,
Okay.
compress it into my tanks, use the bubble distributor to make a breathable zone. I've got rocks to make a little shelter so I can sit inside it and cry. I'm going to take 9 rocket launch pads with me because I think that I get this rocket a second time to come back.
Okay.
I got glowstone to light the place up so I don't completely fail. I've got glass to make a little way to look outside because I think glass is sealable. If not, I'll just solve everything with stone brick. The ceiling pipes that I asked you about alongside the advanced solar panels means I can put the solar panels outside the box and still run wires through the walls without having a breach. I think I'm good to go. I need a drink. Well, I want to bring a little water with me because the one thing I'm worried about is when I did my test, you can't drink water on the moon.
Oh,
Like
Well,
for some reason
I
you can
mean,
pour it into little puddles, but it's poison, which is weird.
there's all that space in it.
Yeah, the vast expanses of space drives you mad and you get nauseated. All right, water. Come on, fill it up. 1, 2, 3. I'm good. Time to take this baby to the moon. Let's do
All right.
this thing.
So am I doing the ground control thing here?
Yeah, you can do the ground control all you like. That's why I made the monitors. But you should come up here to.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to come up to the roof, but you can at least see the blast off.
Well, yeah. As soon as you blast off, then I'm heading back down to the monitors.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got a little display screen so you can see my face too.
That's so cute. Except it's all helmet right
I can't
now.
see your face.
Oh right, I'm gonna check my fuel. Fuel's at 100%. That's more than one launch, I believe. And if they've done the astronomy correctly, then it will cost less to leave the moon than to get there.
If they've done the astronomy correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they've done the I grabbed the bottled water, but I didn't actually. Jeez, walking back. I didn't actually drink the water. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous.
You can do it.
Believe in you.
It's like he's really going to space.
Oh yeah. All right, are we ready for this thing?
Nope.
Oh, here's hoping you don't die.
Thanks.
I'm gonna stand back.
Break a leg on the moon.
Here we go. Pressing the go button.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh my god.
It's happening.
It's happening!
Oh, you guys are all waving to me.
We
I'm
are.
waving.
Bye.
All right, I'm really nervous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have
There
liftoff.
you go.
Pop.
That was
All right.
anticlimactic.
Ow.
So,
Ow.
did those launch pads
Oh,
get
no.
left behind?
No.
No.
Just destroyed? That's like 35 iron down the shitter.
Wow.
Ugh,
There you go.
35 iron per launch. I could press the control button and fall out and die.
Please don't.
Don't do that.
Ah.
I can't see you anymore.
I'm gonna go watch the monitors now.
I'm so high that I can't see details on the ground
wow.
anymore.
I'm so high right now, guys.
Oh, hi.
All right.
Alright. This is ground control to Major Tibbs. You've really made the grade. The papers want to know who shoots you where.
I have an Ignatius chest plate.
Well, now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare.
Not yet.
I guess you don't dare enough.
All right, so... Well, it says height at 900.
Is it still climbing?
20.
Yep.
And still climbing. You're still climbing. Speed is 20 meters per second. Fuel is at 66%. Your health looks good. Your heart is 40 BPM.
That's interesting because it's pounding in real life. Like my hands are going numb.
Jeez.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
right,
so I now have a map of the
What?
solar system.
No. Ground control to Major Tibbs. Your
Yes.
circuit's dead. There's something wrong.
Don't worry, I'm in the Galacticraft menu. So as far as I understand it, in normal Galacticraft, I get to choose Moon or Earth, but I get the entire solar system, and you guys can too. If you press M, you see the Galacticraft map. But I'm not gonna mess around and try to select things that I can't launch to. I'm gonna launch to the one thing I know how to get to. So if I select World, the Moon appears, and I can double-click on the Moon. Oh shit. I select Moon.
That's what
Press,
we want to hear when you're in outer space.
The clicking is really wonky. All right, here I go. I'm gonna launch. Here goes. Going to the Moon. Oh,
Can you hear me, Major Tibbs? Can you hear me, Major Tibbs?
it's loading 4,000 out of 900 somethings, and I don't know what the something means. I don't know if it's a progress bar or if I overshot the Moon.
You'll land among the stars.
Aww.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, okay. How's my status?
Health 100. Heart rate 155. Oxygen just says okay for some.
That's good because
Interesting.
it's still loading for me, and it hasn't given me any error messages saying I'm gonna die. I'm in the lander. I'm above moon turf. I'm not falling, so I'm not getting that message saying you will die if you don't hold down space.
All right.
Yes, I am plummeting. I'm plummeting downwards.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm plummeting downwards.
Your
I'm
heart
holding
rate
the
is going
button.
down a little bit.
Oh, just at the last second, it seemed to respond. Oh, doggy.
Are you okay?
I made it.
You made it?
Whew, yeah,
Oh
but,
my God!
so
Yay!
I got to break the fourth wall. While we were experimenting and had massive server lag, clearly this thing generated a lander and dropped it because there's a big crater here. Okay, but I made it.
Woo!
Hey guys. Guys,
Yeah.
this is one small step of mine, one giant leap for Minecraft.
Oh, that's deep.
How long were you holding on to that?
For a while.
Did you come up with that one all by yourself, Tips?
I did.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So, what's my oxygen say?
Oh, it says. Last time I looked, it said okay.
2403 seconds.
Yeah.
How many?
2,400 seconds and declining.
Perfect. Okay, I've got the frequency modulator so I can hear. It looks like the sun's up, but this icon does not look proper for the sun. Guys, I made it. Holy shit. And
Oh my God.
I didn't do it without a lander
You
explosion,
made
but that
it.
lander explosion didn't claim me. So holy poop. That's a big hole in the ground. So
Yeah.
great. So here's what we learned. Press enter when launching. Don't just wait for the launch. So I'm right next to a cave. I want to stay the hell away from that.
Okay.
But since I think it's lunar daytime, nothing. I don't see any monsters.
Sweet.
Ooh. Maybe they all died in the previous explosion.
Or they're all waiting around the hill, ready to assault me. So, oh goodness. I think what I'll do is set up a really brief shop and then fly back, because that's the whole plan. Like, I could
Right.
dawdle, but I don't want to dawdle. I don't want to die. So I gotta find a good flat place. I think I'm on a fairly flat place. I'll be honest, man. Like, this all looks more or less the same, so there's no sense in me just trying to find prime real estate. It's just a matter of how sloped is the ground. So I'm going to begin setting up a shop. Okay, if I have the solar panels, I can power the oxygen distributor. Huh, so that's a weird glitch. Oh well. I can't see the sun properly, but these panels seem to know where it is. And it's not where they're facing, so whatever. Alright, Chris, remember your astronaut training, you idiot. How do I only...
Remember space camp.
How do I only have 18 cables? I mean, I could probably work with this, but it's not a lot. It's pushing it. I already spent half of them just wiring all 3 solar panels together. Okay, so I need an oxygen bubble distributor and an oxygen collector. Okay, so let's hook up the collector. Actually, I will... How's my stats? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die?
200
your heart rate is
beats a minute.
200.
200. That can't be good.
Oxygen is 2252.
Okay, I still got plenty of time. 2250. That's like 40 minutes, man.
Oh.
If it's if those seconds, that's a lot. Oxygen collector. I want the oxygen bubble distributor right here. So let's put that down. Oxygen bubble distributor is in place. Get a crowbar. Actually, I will light this place up. Glowstone torches, you guys. Not useful on Earth, but amazing on the moon because they don't burn out.
Glowstone torches.
Okay. Next, I gotta set up the oxygen generator. So let's put that. I have to stretch these wires as far as I can. I'm out of wire. Oh, poop.
If you run out of things, I have a question.
Yeah.
Wally's with you, right?
I don't think he follows me through dimensions. I think my first
really?
time building a robot, I tried to bring him to the Nether, and that was a disaster because you have to make him physically step into the portal, and then I lost him because he remained in the Nether.
Aww.
I say a robot as though I didn't also name him Wally. So, oxygen collector. All right, so here's where I'm going to get into a little bit of trouble. I don't quite have enough wire to wire up both of these collectors the way I want to. Where's the other collector? Oxygen collector, yeah. So what I think I'm going to do... These both collectors? Oxygen collector, oxygen... That's a compressor. No, I don't want a compressor, I want a collector. And this thing should be a bubble distributor. So one problem I'm having with the moon is that I can't make a tiny jump. It has to be like a huge bounding leap. Okay.
Yeah, Sarah. Over here.
All right, I've got plenty of oxygen. I may have forgotten to bring a lot of
oh.
cable, but I do have a lot of oxygen pipe, so I don't think that will be a problem. Okay, so these two things should be collecting oxygen when I put down the leaves. Apparently you can set up,
Okay. Come over here.
Apparently you can set up...
Do,
what am I trying to say?
do you dare me?
Okay, I'm setting up all right, here's the status. I am putting down the leaves so that these machines should draw energy off of the leaves. I'm sorry, oxygen off the leaves. But it's not collecting power. Why not?
Hey, where's that hidden trapdoor, by the way? I forgot.
Go to the brewery.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
You know where it is.
Yeah. So I'm glad I brought two. Okay, so the checklist had universal cable and heavy duty wire, and the cables are not working properly to move electricity around. So I thank my lucky stars that I brought the cable, and the cables and the wires are actually seem to be intercompatible with one another. Jesus.
Sarah.
Nothing. I'm not getting power.
Follow me.
My oxygen should still be good, right?
Follow me. Yeah.
You're at like 2050 right now.
I can see the level. I just want to make sure it agrees on my screen with what you guys can see.
Yeah, you're still good.
You guys having a party with some drinks?
No.
With some bevs?
Oh my. No, of course not. It's not like that was a great idea that I didn't think
my God.
of.
What? You're crazy, Tibbs. That's crazy. Stop being crazy.
I just hit another crazy snag because I'm a dumb bastard. So I forgot, I only brought one sealable wire and not two, so I can't actually run this thing out the window and or into this building and back out again, so...
Okay. Hey. Sarah. Here.
Okay.
Oh.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, clink. No, you're not drinking.
Whoa. And I got it like drunk.
Yeah, oh, you sound drunk, all right. That's you're so convincing.
Oh, he's on TV.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's my heart rate?
Whoa. Your heart rate is 200.
Is it still 200?
Yeah, oxygen is 1982, 80, 79.
Okay, so that might be going a little bit faster than 1 a second.
You think?
But I'm looking at my diagram and I've got like 80% left.
All right.
So I guess I'm not in the phase where I should be worried about my oxygen yet. Okay, so I'm now at the stage where I've wired in the solar panels. I'm wiring them into the oxygen distributor. Let's see, status. Oxygen distributor is not receiving oxygen, but it is receiving power. The oxygen machines are not receiving power because I haven't yet wired them in. Oh, this is, if you'll forgive the pun, this is down to the wire.
Heh.
I gotta run power to these things, or they don't work. Oh, I heard a very brief moonquake. Okay, oxygen collector is collecting. It is active. It's receiving power. It doesn't have enough oxygen to collect yet, but that means that I at least know how to wire these things up. Getting really nervous because I haven't yet checked to make sure that the rocket made it.
I found something on the floor here.
Because if I didn't, I'm stuck here.
Hey, I'm thirsty. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
I just had to
man.
break
Get a
a
jump
wire.
boost too.
Jump boost.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Apparently that makes you Air Jordan or whatever.
Makes you
Nice.
become Van Halen. Sarah liked it.
I have like moon shoes right now.
Did you just say you had moon shoes?
I feel like I have moon shoes.
I wonder what it'd be like with jump boost up here. Probably make it all the way back to Earth. Okay, current status. I think I've wired up the machines properly, so they should be receiving power and the ability to collect oxygen.
Ooh.
There's not enough, but they're doing it. So what I've got to do now
Nice.
is like kit these things out with a bunch of leaves so they can collect oxygen. They can do so up to a certain radius. And that's why I brought 3 stacks, because it was recommended by Galacticraft to bring like a stack and a half.
Oh yeah.
And here's what I will say. My FPS has never looked nicer. With nothing to generate but like rocky regolith. I'm fine like wine.
Oh my god. What does that
Whoa.
sound?
That must be tornadoes. Warning.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my god.
That's friggin' loud.
Oh my god. At least I'm
Yeah.
already in the basement.
You can go downstairs
Gosh.
and check the hologram.
Oh.
Loud.
I saw it earlier. There was an F-Zero.
F-Zero.
Oh God, I can see it outside the window. Downstairs, downstairs.
Oh, I want to see it.
downstairs.
I want to see it.
Sarah and I are going up to the roof. We're rebels.
The weather
We're also drunk.
deflector should prevent it from appearing. On top of that, bubble distributor is working. It is creating oxygen.
Oh,
is
you
creating
have
a livable
oxygen.
environment.
Awesome.
I might be able to recharge my backpack or my oxygen tanks, but I did bring a spare.
That is so loud. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's meant to really scare the bejesus out of you.
Well, it really
I've
does.
diagnosed the problem with your purification chamber, by the way.
Yeah?
It's not getting oxygen.
Oh, it's
Really?
snowing after the tornado.
Yeah.
Okay. I could diagnose that later. That could be a number of things. Either the oxygen producing device ran out of power, or accidentally the wrong gas got piped in, or something.
There's a bunch of oxygen sitting in the chemical infuser right now.
Okay, guys, here's the current status.
All right.
My oxygen bubble distributor is highly successful.
Woo.
It is producing a large bubble that's even bigger than my small house that I built.
Nice.
But
Room for
the one thing I
expansion.
don't know about is I don't know how well leaves survive and don't decay if they've been like sheared. So I'm gonna put up some glowstone torches, but the problem is I only came with 12 because that's literally all the glowstone I had left. I'm going to rip down part of this enclosure so I can make it a little bit larger so it's survivable. Based on my readings, and when I say readings, I don't mean scientific, I mean just actually reading. You need an airlock in order to actually travel in and out of one of these structures without sacrificing the seal, without compromising the seal. However, airlocks require a resource that can only be found on the moon's surface. So I can't make an airlock until I've done at least some surface exploration. The other bad news is there's no atmosphere on the moon, as you know, so meteoroids do fall through, and they could possibly punch a hole in this or destroy any of my machines. And
Oh, that's
fun.
awesome that they included that.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, they included a way around it because you can build various forms of concrete to protect yourself, but you're right that it's kind of like weather down on Earth with the F0, F1. What category did you say it was?
0.
0.
My god. Alright, I'm making a layer of glass so that I can see what the hell is going on. I only brought one stack. What a dumb shit.
Yeah, Tibbs, you dumb son of a bitch. God damn it, Tibbs, you dumb.
Shh, that's just the sake talking.
I just, oh my god, Tibbs. Just,
Oh my god, don't talk so loud, Sarah.
You can hear me on the moon?
oh my god, Tibbs. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, don't we have like a ground control?
Yeah, exactly. Ground control to Major Tibbs.
I have a really passive and actively aggressive ground control operating in spite of me and on my behalf at this current time.
The moon's rising. We can see you on the moon.
Oh yeah, let's go upstairs and see if we can see him.
Oh, I'd love nothing better.
Wave at him.
All right, I'm finishing
it's
off
fall
this
now.
extremely simplified structure before I launch back. I'm looking around. I can't tell, like, days on this moon. I don't know if it's the same as real life, where they'd be 28 Earth days, or if there's some smaller fraction. I think it's a smaller fraction, but still, like, I seem not to be at risk of it being nighttime, and there's still not a monster in sight.
It's a full moon right now.
Somewhere out there.
It's a full moon.
Beneath the
It
pale
says-
moonlight.
It says the day length of the moon is 192 hours.
Someone is
Okay.
thinking of-
192 hours. So that's day hours. If you consider the ground to be 24. So what's 192 divided by 24? Can somebody whip that out for me?
Wait, what?
I got something I can whip out for you.
192 divided by 24?
It's very pretty out here.
It is.
Crickets and threatening birds.
What? 192 divided by what?
4.
48.
Okay. So that means it will be 48. 48 Earth days? Really?
Somewhere on that surface walks a man. A science man.
He's a dragon man.
Somewhere on that moon stands the most amazing man in the world. I hope Tibbs gets a chance to meet him.
Well, that's sad that I'm on a completely different world and I'm still not the most amazing man here. That's depressing.
Well, the other guy got there first. So he's definitely got something on you.
Yeah, well, the mystery pilot of the last lander.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be comfortable to walk around and tell everybody of his adventures. Okay, I made it back to the lander. Oh, cool. Colored exposed wiring. There should be a compartment on here that has, yup, my rocket.
Ooh.
Oh, perfect. And the rocket's got fuel in it too, I believe. I'm stuck in the hull. Okay, so I'll plunk this down. I'll examine the fuel, make sure it's there. If it's not there, I have got, Where's my launch pad? Where did I just put that down? Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay. Fuel is empty. All right. Got a bit of a problem.
Uh-oh.
A little bit of a problem. I don't have a fuel loader.
Oh, dear.
And the canister that was supposed to fill with the excess fuel did not. So I cannot come home.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, you took a lot of food with you, right?
I took food with me, but that's not going to mean anything when the sun goes down and I run out of oxygen. Also, I didn't bring water. I brought only enough to get by a little bit. I do have a filled fuel canister that I have in my knapsack, but I'm not sure I know how to load it into the rocket without a fuel loader. All right. Predictably, just got to lose one thing and it all goes wrong. I am stuck here until somebody comes to visit.
Wow. I guess that has to be pretty soon.
Yeah, so in the future, I will help step one of you through how to build a rocket. Clearly, I won't be able to do so without cheating, so I'll have to just talk you through it. You can assemble yourself a rocket. Since I've already made all the crazy machines that are prepared, the only thing you gotta do is remember to make a launch pad, make the rocket, get your own oxygen gear, fill up your oxygen. I've got the bubble distributor, but the thing that I'm worried about is what time it is. So in anticipation of your upcoming visit, because I'm a dipshit, I'm going to wire up the energy cube to the grid so that if it's sundown when you come here, at least the cube will be providing energy to the grid. So even without the solar panels. And there's tons of energy. I don't know how much these things use up. My guess is that the cube will be sufficient if the sun's down, but it will be dangerous. So I'm gonna need you guys to draw straws or something and figure out who's gonna come and rescue me from the effing moon. So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in to this particularly eventful episode of Galaxy Odyssey. And I'll see you next time, hopefully alive. Right, let me get a glory shot of me in the moon in my awesome gear. Oh my god. So, take that off my hotbar. Well, here's hoping. See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.